Good evening, students. How are you all? Okay, so till the last class, we have started the median and we have done median in case of continuous class interval. So in this chapter statistics, we have covered the mean, the different methods of calculating the mean and the median also. So today we will practice some different type of question of the mean and then we will do the mode. So let us start with the question itself. Suppose, in finding the median, the class interval has to be continuous. Like, continuous means, suppose if we have the class interval like this, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25. So here you can see that the upper limit of first class and the lower limit of the second class both are same. So this is known as the continuous, like this is 10 and this is ending on 10, starting on 10. Ending on 15, starting on 15. So this is known as the continuous class interval. Sometimes what happens is the data will be given in which the class interval will not be continuous. So what you have to do, you have to make it continuous. So as you have studied in the 9th class also, like how we can make the class interval continuous if it is not continuous. Suppose if something is given like this, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, like this, the data is given. So you can see this is known as the inclusive class interval. What do we mean by inclusive? Here both the values, the upper limit and the lower limit of a class, both are included. Like if you compare it with this 5 to 10, here the 10 over here is not included. 10 is included in the next class. So this type of known as exclusive and this type is known as inclusive. Here both the upper limit and the lower limit of a class interval counts. So 10 to 14, in all of them we have 5 values. Now, first of all what you have to do, we have to make it continuous while calculating median. So in order to, yes Itanagar, today was physics class, but due to some emergency, I am taking today's class. Okay Itanagar? On next Saturday, we will compensate this class for the next Saturday. Okay, so till now, so I was explaining the exclusive and inclusive. So inclusive means when both the upper limit and the lower limit are counted in the class interval. So in order to calculate median, the class interval has to be continuous or exclusive type. So we have to make it continuous. How we can make it continuous? We have to see what is the difference between the upper limit of one class and lower limit of the next class. Like here it is 10 and here it is 9. So the difference between 10 and 9 is of 1. So in order to make it continuous, what we will do? We will divide this difference by 2. So when 1 divided by 2, that is 0.5. So in the lower limit, we will subtract the 0.5. In the upper limit, we will add the 0.5. Like when we subtract 0.5 from 5, that would become 4.5. And adding 0.5 to the 9, that would become 9.5. Similarly, subtracting 0.5 from 10, that becomes 9.5. This becomes 14.5. Then it is 14.5, then 19.5, then 19.5, then 24.5. So now this type of, in this one you can see that the class interval is continuous or exclusive type. So now we can solve it with the normal way, by whatever method we have to solve, either the mean, mode or median. So make sure that whatever the class interval is given, that has to be continuous. If it is not, you have to make it continuous. So based on this concept, let us do one question. So I am writing in the columns. the weekly wages in rupees. So we have to find the median. So here you can see that the class interval is given, but this class interval is not continuous and the frequency is given. So rest of the method is same. First of all, convert this class interval into continuous form and do it by the usual way that we have learned in the last class, how to find the median. Itanagar, how many students are present? And Shillong, how many students are present there? That's the correct answer, Itanagar. Perfect. Shillong, you got the answer? Okay, let us do this question. So, Shillong, rest of the students, are you doing this or you want me to do? Okay, so here you can see the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit of two consecutive classes is 1 again. So what we will do, we will find the, take the half of that one, half of 1 is 0.5 and we'll subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper limit. So our new class interval will be 59.5, so 69.5, then 69.5, adding in the upper limit and subtracting from the lower limit. Now we know that while finding the median we have to add the cumulative frequency of less than type. So cumulative frequency of less than type, that would be 5, then 5 plus 15, 20 plus 20, 40 plus 30, 70 plus 20 and 90 plus 8. So, and now what we have to do, we have to find the median class. And how to calculate the median class? We have to add all the frequency, whatever is the frequency, and we can see total frequency is 98. So finding n by 2. So 98 divided by 2, that is 49. Now we have to look for the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 49. And if we see this one, the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 49 is 70. So this becomes our median class. Right? After this, we just have to apply the formula, that's it. So formula for median is L plus n by 2 minus CF upon F into H. Here L indicate the lower limit of the median class. So lower limit of the median class which is 89.5. N by 2 is 49. This CF is the cumulative frequency which is just above the median class, which is 40. And F indicate the frequency of the median class, which is 30. And H indicates the class size. So 89.5 to 99.5, that is 10. Now we just have to simplify this. So 49 minus 40 is 9, 90 over 30. 90 over 30 is 3. So this becomes 92.5. Is this clear to all of you? Any doubt in this one? Shillong, is there any doubt? Okay. Now, the different type of question is this one. Suppose, in place of the class interval, this was the basic question is when the class interval is already continuous. Second type of question is this one which we have done when the class interval is not continuous. Third type will be like this. Suppose if I don't give you class interval and I will give you the mid value of the class interval. Like, suppose if I say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, these are the mid value, or we can also say class mark. These are the mid value or the class mark of the class interval. Using this one, we have to find the class interval. So how we can find, because in median we want the class interval because we have to get the lower limit. Yes, Itanagar, if the difference between the class interval is of 2, then we have to add and subtract 1 from both, right? So just make sure that whatever is the difference, half of the difference you have to add and subtract. Right? Okay. Now suppose if in the mid value is given in place of the class interval. So how we can get the class interval from this one? So what you have to do, you have to see what is the difference between the consecutive values. Like from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, you can see the difference is of 10. So now what you have to do, just take the half of the difference. So half of the difference is 5. So we will subtract and add this 5 to both the to each class mark. So like to get the lower limit, subtract this 5 from the class mark, and to get the upper limit, add this class mark. So when we subtract 5 from the 10, that will become 5, and when we add 5 to the 10, that will become 15. So this 5 to 15 will become the class interval for the mid value 10. Similarly, subtracting 5 from 20 will become 15, adding 5 to 20, similarly this one, similarly this, and in the last this. So here in this way we can convert the data given in the form of mid value into the class interval, and then we can proceed in the normal way. Is this clear how we can convert the mid value to the class interval? Just take the difference of the consecutive mid value, take the half of the difference and subtract and add to get the lower limit and the upper limit respectively. Is this clear? Shillong, Itanagar? No, generally, like if we say class interval is fraction, that is possible, but here all the questions you can see, like we are given the number of persons or the value. So age, if it is possible, practically if it is possible, it can be. Like you can see, like we have done the previous question, this one. So this 59.5 to 69.5, what is this? This is, if you convert, this can be in fraction. We have written it in the decimal, but although it is a fraction, we can convert it into fraction. It can be. Getting it? So class interval can be in fraction. Okay, now try this question. Again you have to find the median. Find the median of this data. That is correct, Itanagar. You are getting the right answer. What about other students of Itanagar? Are you also getting the same answer or still doing? Okay, so let us do this question. So mid value is given. So first of all, we have to figure out the class interval. As you can see, the difference between the consecutive mid value is of 10. Half of 10 is 5. So we have to subtract 5 and add 5 to the mid value to each mid value to get the corresponding class interval. So when we subtract 10 by 2, which is 5. So when we subtract 5 from 115, that would become 110 and 120, then 120 to 130, so this is we are getting the continuous class interval. Now second thing is we have to find the cumulative frequency. So that is 6 less than type, 6 plus 25, 31, 31 plus 48, 79, and 2, 151, 151 plus 116, 267, 267 plus 60, 327, 327 plus 38, 365, 387, and 390. So now we got all the cumulative frequency. So total frequency is 390. So we have to do the half of it. So n by 2, which will be equal to 390 divided by 2, which is 195. Now after getting this one, we have to see the cumulative frequency just greater than 195. So just greater than 195 is the 267. So this will become our median class. After getting this median class, only thing which is left is substituting the values in the formula. So median will be equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon F into H. So L is the lower limit of the median class. So lower limit of the median class is 150 plus n by 2 is 195. Cumulative frequency of the class just preceding the median class, that is 151, divided by frequency of the median class 116 and the class size, which is 10. So 195 minus 151, that is 44. 44 divided by 116 into 10. So it is 150 plus 440 divided by 116. So 440 divided by 116, that is 4 times it will be greater, so it will be 3 times. So approximately we will get 153.8. That is the correct answer. 153.793 you are getting, and this 793 can be, if you want to round it off to 2 decimal places, that would become 153.8. So that would be the approximate answer. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Now, one more type, when the data is given on the less than type, like, again we have to find the median. If it is given something like this, less than 20 the frequency is 0, then less than 30 the frequency is 4, then less than 40, less than 50, less than 60, less than 70, 80, 90 and 100. So it is given the frequency less than 20 frequency is 0, less than 30 frequency is 4, less than 40 the frequencies are given 16, 30, 46, 66, 82, 92 and 100. Again we have to find the median. So if you look closely over here, that the frequency less than 20 is 0, less than 30 is 4, less than 40. Less than 40 means we are calculating all the values from 0 to 40. So this 16 is the collection of from 0 to 40, right? So this frequency is nothing but the cumulative frequency. It is adding all the successive values. Like less than 40 means 16, it means it concludes all the values from 0 to 40. If I say less than 90, it means 92, it means all the values from 0 to 90. So two things we have to do over here. First, we have to make the class interval. Second thing, we have to find the frequency also from this cumulative frequency. So we can do this like this. So first of all, see the less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, the difference between these two values is of 10. Okay, it means the class interval would be of 10. Now less than 20, there is nothing, 0 value. So less than 30, so there is something between 20 to 30. So we can find the class interval like this. Less than 20, we can ignore that one. So less than 30, we can write this one as 20 to 30, right? And 20 to 30, the frequency is 4, because less than 30 the value is 4, and less than 20 there is nothing. It means all the values of 4 is from 20 to 30. So 20 in the group of 20 to 30, the value is 4. Now less than 40, so we can take the values from 30 to 40. So less than 40, it means 40 is not included over here. So 30 to 40, so total value less than 40 is 16, and we know the less than 30 is 4. It means if we remove this 4 from this 16, we will get 12, which is the actual value from 30 to 40, because 20 to 30 is 4, 30 to 40 is 12. If you calculate less than 40, that will be 12 plus 4, 16, which is the cumulative frequency given. So basically what we have to do in every step, we have to subtract the previous cumulative frequency. So in the interval 40 to 50, so less than 50 is 30 and less than 40 is 16. So we can subtract this 16 from this 30. So we will get 14. Similarly, we can write the interval In the same way, less than 60 is 46, less than 50 is 30. So 46 minus 30, that would be 16. Similarly, 66 minus 46, 20. 82 minus 66, that is again 16. 92 minus 82 is 10. And 100 minus 92 is 8. Now you can see, if you want to compare it with the cumulative frequency, if you are going to find the cumulative frequency of again this one, we will get the same result. See, 4, then 16, then 30, 46. In the same way, finding cumulative frequency will be this one. So in this question, we have learned two things. One is how to find the frequency from the cumulative frequency. Second thing, when it is given of less than type, how we can convert it into class interval. Now the rest of the work is same. Do it. Find the median. That is correct, Itanagar. You are getting the right answer. Rest of the students, do it fast. Yes, Itanagar. In the more than, we have to do that thing. So doing the calculations, total frequency is 100. So n by 2 is 50. Now cumulative frequency just greater than 50 is the 66. So this is our median class. Now just put the values in the formula. L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon F into H. So lower limit is 60, n by 2 is 50, Cf cumulative frequency just above the median class 16, and frequency for this class is 20. This cumulative frequency is over here, this should be 46. And frequency is 20 and H is 10. So 50 minus 46 is 4, 40 over 20 is 2. So 62 is the median, the mid value is 62. So is this clear till now? So we have done all the different types of questions in the median category. Okay, so we'll take a break, and then after the break, we will do the some different types of questions also. Okay, welcome back students. So till now we have covered the median. Okay, so let us start the mode. So mode, as the word indicates, you are familiar with this word. It means the term whose frequency is highest that is called mode. Or you can say the highest frequency term is called mode. Let's say, if I say the marks of the students in a class are, out of 10, the marks of the students are 2, 3, 1, 4, 7. So these are the marks of the students in the class. So if I ask you like what is the mode of this data? So you will see which number appears most, that is called the mode of the data. So here if you observe, this 4 is appearing 4 times. So 4 is called the mode of the data because its frequency is the highest. Sometimes what happen is, in the same data, 2 modes will be there. Like suppose, we have to calculate what is the mode of this data. So you will see that 7 is appearing twice and this 6, that is also appearing twice. So you can see both the values have the same frequency. So there are 2 modes in this data, and this type of data is known as bimodal. It is known as bimodal data because there are 2 modes in this one. Okay, so finding mode when the discrete data is given is very easy. Today we have to learn that when the data is given in the continuous form, in the class interval form, how we can find the mode from that data. So again, it is a formula based question. So let us start directly with the question itself. So we have to find the mode of the data, and it is given like this: the class interval, the frequency. The class interval is given from 0448 up to 3640. Corresponding frequencies are these are the frequencies given. Okay. Now we have to think what is the mode of this data. So first of all we have to figure out the modal class. So modal class is that class which has the highest frequency. Highest frequency class is the modal class. So if you see over here, the highest frequency out of all the frequencies given is 17. So this 17 is known as the modal class. We will highlight this. Now let us see what the formula for the mode tells us about. The formula for mode is L plus F1 minus F0 over 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So let us see what are these terms indicate. So here L indicate lower limit of the modal class. Whatever the modal class we have selected, the lower limit of that one, it L. H indicate class size. We are familiar with these two terms, L and H, because we have used these two terms in the median formula also. Now, what are these three? F1, F0 and F2. F1, this is frequency of modal class, F1. F0, frequency of class just above modal class, just above the frequency, and F0, F2, frequency of class just below modal class. These are the variables. F0, F1 is the frequency of the modal class, F0 just above that, and F2 just below that. So here, so note down this formula first of all. Okay, now in this one, that this 17, which is the modal class, this is my F1. Just above that, this is F0, and just below that, this is F2. Only now we just have to put the values. So F1 is the frequency of the modal class, above that F0, below that F2. Now we just have to put it in the formula. So mod is given by L. L is the lower limit, which is 12. F1 minus F0, F0, 17 minus 9, upon 2 times of F1, which is 2 into 17, minus F0, minus F2, multiply by H, the class size, which is, here the class size is of 12 to 16, you can see the class size is of 4. So just simplify this one. 17 minus 9, that is 8. This will become 34. 34 minus 9 is 25. 25 minus 12 is 13. So it is 32 over 13, and if we calculate 32 over 13, it will be in decimal 2 times. Uh, 2.4 something. So adding this one, that will become 14.4. So 14.4 is called the mode, and you can see that your answer, whatever answer you are getting, that should lie in the modal class, whatever we have selected. So 14.4 is lying between 12 to 16. This is the answer. Any doubt in this one? Any doubt in the formula? All of you are getting it, how to calculate the mode? It's a easy one. Whatever data is given, just figure out the values and then we have to put it in the formula. Okay, so if it is clear, then do one more question. Find the mode of this data. That is right, Itanagar, correct. So all of the students of Itanagar, are you getting the answer? Or only one of the student is typing every time? Okay, so let us do this. So here, directly you can see the maximum frequency is of 23. So this is the model class. So this will be F1, this will be F0, and this will be F2, right? And L will be over here, the lower limit of the model class, which is 12, and H is class size, which is of 3. So mode is L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2. Generally we pronounce this one as F0 into H. So lower limit is 12, F1 is 23, F0 is 10, 2 times of 23 minus F0 minus F2 into 3. So this will be 46 minus 10, 36, 36 minus 21, 15 into 3. So it is 39 divided by 15. So 39 divided by 15, 15 2 times 30 and 15 6 times 90. So 14.6 is the mode. Is this clear to all of you? All of you are getting the answer in Itanagar? Okay, now can you tell me what is the relation between the mean, mode and median of the same data? How mean, mode and median are related to each other? What is the relationship between mean, mode and median? Okay, note down this formula. How three things are related to each other. 3 times of median is equal to mode plus 2 times of mean. This is the relation by which all the three quantities are related to each other for the same data. So now we have covered this mean, mode and median. Now as I have told you that you have to bring the graph paper also, because we have to find the median using the help of graph also. So today we have not covered the graphical part. In the next class we will cover the graphical part. So bring the graph, all of you, so we can cover it, so we can use it, right? And if you have any doubt till now, because we are on the completion of our syllabus, so if you have any doubt from chapter number 1 till whatever we have done so far, please post your questions on the group. I will be happy to help you out there. Okay, so we'll meet in the next class then. Okay, bye.